Welcome back to 5 Minute Knives, the channel that's become quite a Tops fanboy. Today, we're going to take a look at a nifty little fixed blade sent in to me by my buddy Tony. What's up, Tone? Thanks for sending this one in. And this is the Tops Saw 02 Tanto fixed blade, black combo blade. And he sent this in for a sheath with another knife. It was like an M-Tech or something like that, but this is the one that really caught my eye and I wanted to show the channel, and Tony was gracious enough to allow us to show this knife. Let's take a look at this blade a little more closely. It says Saw, Tops logo on there, some numbers, I don't know what they mean, and on this side, made in America. And the knife is partially serrated here. We have these scalloped serrations right here, and then it goes into our standard Tanto shape, which I really like. Now this knife, I'm finding it online for like $100 plus shipping, right? And it's got a 3.5 inch blade, 7.5 inches overall. The thickness is 0.19 inches. It's 1095 carbon steel, as is tradition with Tops. And it's a black traction finish, which I don't mind, pretty standard. The handle length is 4 inches. The handle material is G10, and I really love how Tops, puts these milling marks to continue the jimping where needed, and includes a really sharp looking red liner. I think this is just a really sharp looking knife. It weighs 4.6 ounces, feels a little heavier to me, but if they say 4.6, I'm gonna have to take them at value. I did not weigh it. Here's the sheath that it came with, and we have a very standard sheath here with a standard clip, fold over design. Let's go ahead and try this one out. Not bad. It's a serviceable sheath, albeit a bit boring, but it works. Utilitarian in design. I would really love it if someday Tops outsourced all its sheaths to me, and I just needed like one client to make a living. That would be so cool. Tops, if you're listening, send me all your sheaths. Now there's not really much of a spot to push off from here. You got a little nub sticking out right there for your thumb to catch. So I see why Tone sent this one in for a sheath. And again, here's mine. Big upgrade, no wobble, and you have this handy thumb ramp here to push off of. You're already indexed in the right position. Very nice. Combat loop attachment, as is tradition. Could be worn either way. You can switch this to soft loops, ulti clip, whatever you want, bud. Let's go ahead and talk about the knife itself. He went ahead and threw this snazzy lanyard on the end here. I think it looks really sharp. Really accents the hardware nicely. And we'll just take a look at this knife. Gorgeous. The contours of the handle are incredibly comfortable in my medium-large mitts. I can wrap my thumb around the top of the handle. The spine is flat enough to go ahead and press down for your stronger cuts. You can use the secondary edge here for your pull cuts. Very utilitarian design, and with these scalloped serrations at the base here, it'd be really nice for cutting rope. I actually think that there's a ton of utility in this knife. I remember when I first pulled this out of the box, when I got it from Tony, and I liked it. I thought it was a cool knife. It's a Tops knife, so of course I'm probably gonna like it. I've become a bit of a fanboy for both Tops and Essie. I love their stuff. I just like that Tops takes more chances with its designs. They offer a lot more designs for us to choose from. And we can try out some weirdo knives we never would have thought of. And I really like that about Tops, but this knife in particular, even check out right there. Look how the jimping goes right into the finger choil. I love that across the handle scales. It's this attention to detail. Look at the fit and finish. For $100, look what you get. Now you might argue, oh, 1095 steel, it's not that impressive, it's kind of old news, or whatever. It's a really good steel for the outdoors. It really is, and it keeps costs down. And I have no problems sharpening it, and I find it to be plenty of tough for what I use it for. And it depends on who's making it. My Tops blades have been fine so far. I had a couple of Becker knives, my Becker BK9 chipped in the woods. I've never had an Essie chip. So 1095, I believe it's how it's treated. We do have this hole right here in the blade, and then there's also a lanyard hole here. I'm assuming that's so you can lash a piece of paracord and have something to hang on to both, or use that to attach to a stick to make a spear or something like that. I'm not really sure what that's for. Tell me in the comments, guys, what you think that's for. Educate me. My bushcrafting skills are lacking. But that being said, the more I handle this knife, the more I love it. In my medium-large mitts, it feels amazing. This knife is a winner. I really like this knife. I could see myself picking this up. This could go on a vest. This could go in a little bag. This could go on the hip. I could see this drawn scout carry. I could see this drawn even in a reverse grip, potentially. Yeah, right there in a reverse grip. It's not bad in the old Steven Seagal. So really, really, really sharp knife. I like this knife a lot. And with one of our custom sheaths, you can't lose. There's the retention bud, no wobble. She's good to go. If you guys need a sheath from me, go ahead and email me at dragonscalejoe@gmail.com and I'll go ahead and shoot you a quote. You mail me the knife, I make the contraption, I send the whole thing back. Give me 2 to 4 weeks, but I'll probably surprise you. Away she goes. Other than that, thanks Tony for sending this one in. I think this thing's a winner. Do you guys own this knife? What do you think about it? And who else out there is starting to become like, really excited about Tops products? Because, each knife I handle from them, I find myself impressed in some way. Even if it's a design that doesn't really connect with me, I find myself always impressed by the fit and finish and overall execution of the knife. The only place I think that they're lacking a little bit is in their sheaths, but at least they're trying to give you kydex. It's a lot better in Cold Steel and some other companies that charge more money for some of their premium models and yet give you a secure X sheath that dulls the blade. At least Tops isn't doing that. So it's an okay sheath, but that being said, Tops, call me. You can contract me to make all your sheaths and I'll knock them out. Other than that, it's good to see you guys again, and I'll check you next week right here on 5 Minute Knives.